This is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only, just David. And, just making sure the microphones are working. Everyone's always like, why do you say that every time? Because there are people who get little mini clips on YouTube, just mini ones. And they always want to know why I'm staring into space. I don't know where to begin. I don't know what to say. I mean, are we happy this is over? I think so. I'm happy it's over for now. How sad is it that the whole franchise is ruined? RHONJ. We made it to this alternate reunion watch party. There was a rumor going around at one point that this was going to be 2 episodes. Thank God it was not. Maybe we'll talk RHOC today if we have time. Where do we begin? So and then, I still want to do a full show, which everyone seems to be asking for, laying out my thoughts of what's going to happen with New Jersey, which I keep changing every day, but I'm still just going to stand by my gut about whether it's going to be back and who it's going to be back with. So I am going to do that show, and I will announce it when it happens. That I still am not sure because I change every day. Who knows if I'm right? Who cares if I'm right? I'm going to share my thoughts on what I think is going to happen. But before we get there, because we're not doing that this show, that's a whole show, probably 2 shows. But let's start with here we are. We're all there to watch it. I didn't really like this. I didn't think it was good. I think the idea of watching this a week after we already saw it, I don't really know what that added to this. Not my favorite episode. Don't know if it was necessary. And I didn't really get a lot out of this. With some highlights. So everyone is showing up. They're dressed to impress. We have in one room Fessler, who's late, Maj, Mel, Fuda, and Cabral. And in the other room, we have Aydin, Jackie, Dolo, and Trey. I think it was overstated that Dolores is bopping between both rooms. Dolores is in that room, which, there's 5 in the other room. So I guess there you go. That's how we got her in that room. Jackie was so happy she was in Teresa's room. Fessler was late. Fessler said that the big reveal is Fessler said after watching back the season, she realized that Jennifer did push Danielle, and she regrets defending Jennifer in that moment. That was a big reveal. And Fuda and Fessler seem to have made some minor headway, at least at the reunion. At that point, they did. Margaret versus Dolores, it was funny. Margaret's flowers were funny. We summarized the whole finale last week, guys. So if everyone didn't hear that Patreon episode, go and listen to it. That's why I'm kind of going quickly and just looking at my notes and seeing what I think the highlights are. Margaret versus Jackie. I think it's really funny, when they're watching it, and Dolores then ends up at Margaret's, and everyone is really asking, like, why is Dolores so mad? And Melissa can't figure it out, but they say Teresa says she's never seen Dolores like this. I do love an activated Dolores. Was Dolores invited? Was she not invited? No one really knows what this fight is about. I don't understand. I thought last year, unless I'm in the Twilight Zone, last year at the season 13 reunion, didn't Frank Catania speak up and basically say that he was invited and that he was going to go? Wasn't the whole thing because Louie fired his son, Frankie Jr., and therefore he was going to go to this, but then decided not to, and it was because of Dolores that he didn't go, because it would put her in a bad situation. And that's when Dolores spoke up on the the reunion stage and basically said Frankie had a job there, and then the job went away and everything is fine, and Louie's a great guy. And Frank Sr. was like, yeah, Dolores, I'll take a bullet for you, but not when it involves my kid. And he ain't such a great guy because that's not exactly how it worked with Frankie. He had a job and the whole damn thing fucking went away. And Joe Gorga, his buddy, is like, come on, Frank Sr., speak up. You know, it was weird. But Dolores got the last say on that. I mean, didn't they both get invited to Margaret's? I thought. And then Senior decided not to go, and Dolores was never going. So I thought that maybe I'm wrong, but I think that kind of ties into that. Dolores said she felt bad when she saw Bella's not around anymore. Bella Giudice is still around, but Bella Joseph says passed on, and she felt bad that Bella Joseph says passed on. The same way Lolly, I think Lolly's passed on, or was it Dog? I think Lolly's passed on. Lolly Catania, and therefore that's why Dolores had to go into the other room. Girl, you just want to play both sides of the fence. You want to make everybody happy. Give me a break. It ain't over some dead dog. Sorry, Marge. R.I.P. Bella. Boohoo. If I had feelings, I would feel for Bella. I don't. I don't wish any harm upon Marge or on baby Bella. I just don't know either of them in my life, and therefore I can't shed a tear over two people I don't know. Okay. Although I did know Marge, I don't anymore. Dolores reveals she does not watch the show. There we go. How shocking is that? Ariana said she also didn't watch Vanderpump Rules. Who knew? You go on the show, you don't watch it. I get it. I don't listen to this podcast. I don't want to listen to this podcast. I don't want to listen to myself on any other podcast. I just don't like it. I'm like a real bundle of joy today, aren't I? Well, I mean, it's been a long season. I'm just so happy it's over. Um, close Carol. So that's my problem. But that's really my problem with the season. So Dolores floats back and forth. Many people are now expressing concern with Teresa and Louie. Now it comes out that Fessler has not spoken to Jen or Teresa lately. So we know in real life they are no longer together. We start talking about Margaret and the burn session, and Teresa invited everyone. But Fessler did not go. Melissa talks about the niece at the shore. Louie and Teresa, I don't know where they said this. They said that she was lying, that there was no niece, et cetera, et cetera. I saw something else online that said Louie and Teresa knew that the niece was involved, and she went up to her and they were trying to get ahead of it and take a picture with the niece, but that didn't happen. I don't know if any of this is true, but that's what they said. Louie said, I hope the son suffers. We all saw that. Teresa's sitting there. She realizes the mistake he made, et cetera, et cetera. Teresa got really mad at Dolores when Dolores kind of spoke up. See, I'm coming to life, guys, when it's an actual interesting part. I thought it was interesting when Dolores said, look, children are off limits and you say what you want, but that is not right that he said that. Teresa wasn't having it. She wasn't having it. Double down. Don't you dare stick up for her in front of me like that. She hates Margaret. But